So this is my Telecaster exotic wood, the Fazely Telecaster, or should I say Fazely T-type, I kept referring it to. So you can see what I've done here is I've finally got round to replacing the original strings, which I didn't think were great under the fingers. I had a pack of Roto Yellows in, number 10s, I tend to use these on my other guitars, so I'm going to stick these on and it'll feel a lot better under the fingertips. 6 months into ownership, no complaints, same old thing, frets fine. What I've decided to do here is just to polish them. I've got some very, very fine sandpaper here just to polish out the frets, just to remove all the any marks that were on there or any residue. And what I've done was, while I've taken the strings off, I've decided, you just see this, where it's slightly glossy. What I've actually done on this black wood fingerboard is giving it some conditioner. So what I've got here is some Dunlop conditioner for that. So I gave it a clean beforehand. The idea is there that soaks into the wood and stops it from shrinking and all these other things that might happen. No fret sprout. It's been sat in a centrally heated house. I think really once you get the strings off, you can see that the nut does a job, but it's plastic and it's a little bit crudely cut, but it's doing the job. What I did decide to do when the strings came off is I happened to have some Wilkinson tuners, which I bought from my Squire because one of those tuners is kaput. Now these are the original tuners here, so you can see with this blue back here, and a little bit sort of ratchety, a bit you know, not very smooth operating. So I figured that whilst the strings were being changed and I have these in the house, that what I do is I pop these on. Now they're actually a direct fit in the holes, so there's no issue there. These screw holes align up on the back. Started fitting them here, so if I just spin this over, put it on my neck rest there, you can see there's the Wilkinsons going in. And these are the Wilkinson Easy Lock types, which I've never used before, so I'm just going to have to look at stringing them. It's very simple. They've got 2 holes. I think it goes in the top, comes around through the bottom, something like that. String trees will remain the same. I've got no replacements there. So whilst I'm there, I normally put something like a little bit of pencil lead in here, although there's no evidence that it was sticky. But I'll do that anyways. I tend to do that, just run a pencil through there. And there we go. So all I've got to do now is let the fretboard dry off, and in the interim I'm going to fit these tuners, and I'll come back later on and see what it looks like and indeed sounds like, or if it feels any different. I'll let you know. Thanks for watching. So here we are after the restringing. My Roto strings on, obviously you can't really tell. These are the new Easy Lock tuners. Like I say, straightforward replacement, no problems there. Restringing them, I went through the bottom hole, came back through the top. Is it the right way? Is it the wrong way? There are various incarnations of this on YouTube. They seem to be holding okay, relatively straightforward, and everything looks nice and neat on the back. All the holes lined up, they're nice and smooth and a lot better than the original tuners, which kept it in tune, to be fair. But I thought, well, I had them while the strings were off, why not? Fretboards reconditioned, etc, etc. One thing I did notice when everything was off was that this bridge was actually not secured down properly. It's a 3 screw actually, I've missed the middle one out. 3 screw bridge here, and when I took the strings off, we could move this from side to side a little bit. So I've just clamped it down, just a little gently hand tight. Now I imagine with a bit of string tension on that it wasn't obvious, but clearly it's going to have some impact. They're meant to be screwed down and firm to resist the string, so that's okay. So that's been done now. What does it sound like? I don't think we've covered that before. I've got it going through a Laney MXD 30 watts. Had that for quite a few years. I'm just going to run clean through it, because if I distort it, so what, right, most guitars distort okay, hides a multitude of sins, doesn't it? But if I turn the volume up, of course, so you see this, that's the bridge. There's D chord through there, G, that up slightly, but it's supposed to be something by Talking Heads, isn't it? But that's the bridge. And there you see a slightly darker, warmer tone of the neck pickup. I did check the resistances on these. There's a bit of a mismatch. One second, I wrote it down somewhere. Oh yeah, here we go. So I've got 6.9k on the bridge and 4.95 on the neck, and then if you know your resistances in parallel, of course the two will drop to about half of that. It's 1/1 resistance plus 1 over the other, isn't it? Long time since I did maths, but then when you pull it to the middle. So interestingly, that's quite significantly. It's about 1k, isn't it? Also, that was 8.19 or 6.19, 4.95. So about 1.2k between the bridge and neck. Looking at it, yeah, I suppose not dissimilar to the Squire in that respect. So maybe that's a reasonable match. The only my Dan Electro at the back is completely different. They're much lower, 3.6 and 3.37. But they're wired in series, of course, so when you put them together, you get 6.84. So yeah, I can't complain. New strings feel far better under the fingers than the old ones, like we might expect. One thing I haven't done yet is I haven't adjusted the action. Running out of time, it's getting dark, and can't be bothered. But everything else was a nice, easy fit. No need to change the tunes just yet, but I thought I might as well while the strings are off. Simple as that. So there's my Fazely Exotic Wood, 6 months old now, and it's still, sorry to say it, because this is, you know, I've had this the longest and I still like my Dano, but when I come upstairs to just have a noodle around, I picked this one up, 62 quid. Fantastic. If you've got any comments, if you'd like to hear any more of my playing, or alternatively, if you'd like to hear any more about the guitar itself, then please put your comments below and let me know what you think. Thank you. Bye.